Hello there, it's good to be with you today. Even if we're talking about something that can feel a little, uncomfortable. We spend so much of our lives trying to sidestep the messy bits, the feelings that prickle and pull. But what if I told you that leaning into that discomfort is actually a superpower? Yes, you heard me right. Facing the parts of ourselves we'd rather keep locked away, that's where incredible strength is forged. It's about choosing courage over comfort. Not because it's easy, but because it's where real growth, real transformation truly happens. This is an invitation to look within bravely. We often think of our darkness as something to be eradicated, a flaw to be fixed or hidden, but I want to offer a different perspective today. Imagine that darkness not as a void, but as a treasure chest, perhaps a bit dusty and locked, but holding invaluable gems. These are the parts of you that hold deep wisdom, untapped potential, and profound understanding. Our shadows, those unexamined aspects of our psyche, aren't monstrous. They are simply parts of us that have been misunderstood, neglected, or shamed into hiding. Finding the courage to explore them is like embarking on the most important archaeological dig of your life, the excavation of your own whole heart. It takes a special kind of bravery to turn towards what's difficult, especially when it's within ourselves. Our culture often rewards perfection and composure, making it feel risky to admit to fear or jealousy or shame. We build up walls not to keep others out, but to keep these feelings in. Yet these emotions are fundamentally human. They are signpost messengers trying to tell us something important about our needs, our boundaries, and our experiences. The real courage isn't in pretending they don't exist. It's in saying, okay, I feel you. What are you here to teach me? This is the path to true emotional resilience. So what if we decided together that our shadows aren't a source of shame, but a source of profound insight and power? This journey of shadow work, particularly through the intense and transformative lens often associated with Scorpio energy, is about exactly that. It's about turning what feels like your deepest vulnerabilities into your most potent strengths. It's not about becoming less of who you are, but more authentic, more compassionate, more whole. It's a promise that the hard work of looking inward can lead to a life lived with greater clarity, purpose, and a deeper connection to yourself and others. Are you ready to explore that possibility? Let's talk about fear. It's a big one, isn't it? That knot in your stomach, the racing heart, the urge to run or hide. We're wired to react to fear. It's a survival mechanism, but when we only react and never reflect, fear can keep us small, confined by invisible fences. Examining our fear, truly sitting with it, allows us to understand its roots. What is it really about? Often beneath the surface level anxiety, fear points directly to what we deeply value: our safety, our connections, our dreams. By understanding what we're afraid of losing, we gain clarity on what we must bravely protect and nurture in our lives, turning paralysis into purposeful action. Then there's jealousy, that green-eyed companion none of us likes to admit to. It feels sticky, uncomfortable, and often tinged with shame. But what if jealousy isn't just a bad emotion? What if instead it's a very human signal, a complex messenger? When we feel that pang of envy, it's often because someone else has something or embodies something that we desire for ourselves, but perhaps haven't acknowledged or pursued. Instead of letting jealousy sour into resentment, we can use it as a diagnostic tool. It can illuminate our unmet needs, our hidden aspirations, and the areas where we might need to invest more of our own energy and courage. Control and its close cousin, rage. These are powerful forces. The need to control often stems from a deep-seated fear of uncertainty or vulnerability. When we feel powerless, we might try to micromanage our environment or the people around us, seeking a semblance of safety. Rage, that fiery explosion, is frequently a secondary emotion, a cap on deeper hurts like sadness, fear, or profound injustice. Examining these intense energies without judgment allows us to see what lies beneath. Understanding the why behind our urge to control or our moments of rage can lead to incredible emotional freedom, helping us respond more thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, fostering healthier connections. And finally, shame. Oh, shame. It's that intensely painful feeling or experience of believing that we are flawed and therefore unworthy of love and belonging. It's the voice that whispers, "You are not enough." When we allow shame to dictate our lives, we hide, we armor up, we disconnect. But bringing shame into the light, speaking its name, and understanding its origins is the first step toward diffusing its power. Recognizing that shame thrives in secrecy and silence, and meeting it with empathy and self-compassion allows us to reclaim our worthiness. This is where we find the courage to be imperfect, to be vulnerable, and ultimately to be truly seen. So, how do we begin this courageous work of exploring our hidden feelings? The first step is to create a truly safe environment, a sanctuary for your soul. This doesn't have to be a physical place, though a quiet room or a peaceful spot in nature can certainly help. More importantly, it's about cultivating an internal space of non-judgment and gentle curiosity. It means giving yourself permission to feel whatever comes up without immediately trying to fix it or push it away. Think of it as creating a compassionate container where your emotions can simply be, where they can breathe, and where you can observe them with kindness. This safety is paramount. Once you've established that sense of safety, begin by asking yourself some deep, honest questions. These aren't meant to be interrogations, but gentle inquiries. You might ask, what am I truly feeling right now, beneath the surface? Or, when have I felt this way before? Or, what old story might be influencing this emotion? Perhaps, what am I afraid will happen if I acknowledge this feeling? The key is to approach these questions with an open heart, like a curious explorer charting new territory. Don't rush for answers. Let them emerge in their own time. The questions themselves begin to open doors that may have been sealed shut for a very long time. Writing, honest and unfiltered, is an incredibly powerful tool in this process. Get a journal, a notebook, or even just some loose paper, and let your thoughts and feelings flow onto the page. Don't worry about grammar, spelling, or making sense. This is for your eyes only. Write about your fears, your jealousies, your moments of shame or rage. Give voice to the parts of you that usually stay silent. Describe the sensations in your body, the memories that surface, the desires that you've kept hidden. This act of translating internal chaos into written words can bring immense clarity and relief, creating a tangible record of your inner landscape. Finally, after the exploration and expression comes reflection and the setting of intentions. Take some time to gently review what you've uncovered. What patterns do you notice? What insights have emerged? This isn't about criticizing yourself for past behaviors or feelings, but about understanding them with new compassion. From this place of understanding, you can then set intentions for how you want to move forward. What small, kind action can you take based on your new awareness? This might be practicing more self-compassion, setting a new boundary, or simply acknowledging your feelings more openly to yourself. It's about integrating your discoveries into your life, step by gentle step. One of the most crucial aspects of this entire journey is to approach it without self-judgment. This is so important. I can't say it enough. We are all messy, imperfect human beings doing the best we can. When you delve into your shadow, you will inevitably encounter parts of yourself that you don't particularly like, or memories that are painful. The temptation will be to criticize, to shame yourself further, but I urge you with all my heart to meet these discoveries with honesty, yes, but also with profound compassion. Think of how you would treat a dear friend who shared their deepest vulnerabilities with you. Offer yourself that same kindness, that same gentle acceptance. This work, this brave dive into the shadows, is about listening to your own soul. Our souls are always communicating with us through whispers of intuition, nudges of discomfort, or sometimes cries of deep pain. When we consistently ignore these messages, when we numb ourselves or distract ourselves from our inner truth, we become disconnected from our deepest selves. Shadow work is the practice of tuning back in. It's about honoring those internal signals, understanding that even the most uncomfortable emotions are trying to guide us toward healing and wholeness. Your soul knows the way. Your job is to learn to listen with an open and courageous heart. Why does all this matter so much? Because facing your shadow, engaging with these uncomfortable truths, is how you transform your pain. It's how you stop old, unhelpful patterns from repeating themselves in your life and your relationships. When you understand the roots of your reactions, your fears, your insecurities, you gain the power to choose a different response. This leads to profound self-awareness, a deeper understanding of who you are beneath the mask and the armor. It fosters emotional intelligence and resilience, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with greater wisdom and grace. This is the pathway to true, sustainable personal growth. So I want to encourage you to embrace this journey, even if it feels daunting. Honor whatever comes up for you. The discomfort, the tears, the unexpected insights. Remember that transformation rarely happens in a straight line. It's often a spiral, revisiting old themes with new understanding. The most powerful healing begins with acceptance. Acceptance of your whole self, shadows and all. Your pain, your darkness, when met with courage and compassion, doesn't have to be a life sentence. It can and will become your greatest source of power, wisdom, and authentic light. This is your invitation to turn towards yourself wholly and bravely. Remember, every step you take towards self-acceptance is a victory. Be gentle with yourself and trust that your journey matters. The light you seek is already within you.